Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Anah. The title of this video is, As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. I know, that's my name. So, basically, the title is as for his enemies, he puffeth at them, and that is talking about Esau, Edom, and more so Babylon the Great, right? Because the scriptures say Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. So the Most High Yahweh, Bashmi Shah, basically used Babylon to show his power, to show how he can bring up a kingdom and then ultimately destroy it. Even the nations around about, at some point in time were afraid of Babylon, because of the military might, that sword that they carry, their ability to go and to destroy, kingdoms, nations and things like that. And even now, the Most High Yahweh Bashmi Shai has to put the spirit on these lesser Edomites, these heathen, to destroy Babylon because, to fulfill prophecy. But ultimately, they were all afraid of Babylon because, Babylon was raised up by Yahweh Bashmi Shai. So we're talking about the Edomites of Babylon the Great, right? Because these are the ones that are puffing at their enemies, using their military power, their beast system, going into the NATO and the EU, that they have, basically their vassal states. And that's how they're able to, rule the world with a strong arm, basically, regarding these other nations. So that was the case, but pursuant to 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5, we are at the end. The end is manifest. So at the end, it's prophesied that Babylon the Great will be destroyed, right? Esau will be taken down, and the saints will take the kingdom. Yahushua is coming back pursuant to 2nd Ezra chapter 13, to destroy these individuals. So with that being said, as the title says, as for his enemies, he puffed at them, which was the case, but now isn't the case because every time he makes some moves against individuals now, they are saying, we will respond. There's military drills going on. I just, GMS Vegas sit-downs did a video going into the fact that the Dragons of Arabia and Iran, the Dragons of Arabia and Iran, the Carmonians are, holding joint military drills out there in the ocean right now. So these weaker nations that were weak are puffing back now, basically. And here's one individual that's puffing back now. China warns the U.S. it will respond to it as Taiwan's weapon cells. And we have seen a lot of warnings coming from what's going over there in Iran and Israel, with them warning each other that we will respond. And usually that response is missile shot, lives taken, destruction. And these are all things that's coming, because World War III will go nuclear, because we are currently in World War III. And I don't say we, I'll say them, right? Because, this isn't our battle. We're merely the prophets of the Lord, speaking on what the Lord has said and the things that are taking place leading up to that, because each move these devils make, lead to prophecy. So China warns the U.S. it will respond to latest Taiwan weapon cell. I did some videos going into Taiwan and U.S. Basically Taiwan is saying they're not a part of China. China is saying, yeah, you're definitely a part of me. And the U.S. is saying, hey, listen, you should be, you should be a part of China, whatever. Basically, they're lying. They're saying, hey, we're not trying to take Taiwan or anything like that, but they're allowing them to participate in their policies and their laws, and they're also giving them weapons to defend themselves against China, basically, when China is trying to say that Taiwan is a part of them. So, the devil, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great is doing what they do and being the devil. Even, I forgot I was going to say, Donald Trump went into something. Oh, that's what he was saying. Using those smooth words, he was saying, he has strong ties with Russia, North Korea, and all of these things, which he said is a good thing. It is a good thing, that way you can kind of talk over things and smooth it out. But we'll see what happens. The elections are coming. If he get invited, yeah, if he get invited, if he get elected, let's see. This is what the Most High says to that, because that'll be, with all these strong ties you think you got, the Most High will still be done, no matter how strong your ties is. Anyway, this is Isaiah 47. It says lament for Babylon, which is crying, but I'm not crying. This bitch is gonna be destroyed anyway. So what the Most High Yahweh Bashmi Shai is saying to Donald Trump, that fucking devil Esau Edom, right? Because he's saying that he has strong ties with Russia. He has strong ties, as in the president or the prime minister or whoever is running these different countries and whatever title they want to put upon themselves. Donald Trump is saying, if I'm elected, we have close relationships where I can go in there and kind of talk things out and smooth it over. But this what's happening is the Yahweh Bashmi Shai. So ain't no smoothing over nothing. And that's why Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai said, in Isaiah 47:12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitudes of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. So it's going into basically the destruction of Babylon. So I'll start a little bit up at 10. Isaiah 47:10, it says, for thou hast trusted, this is Esau Edom, Babylon the Great, right? That's why it says lament for Babylon. It says, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Right? This devil thing, nobody sees him, that he can continue doing things that he's going to do, which I'm going to get in Psalms 10 and Joel 3. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. Because of this great technology that this man possessed, he think he's invincible, when the Most High is the author and creator, of everything, So, he has put it in the people's mind to be able to create these things, just like the nuclear missiles. The scriptures say, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals. So it was Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai that put it in the man that made the nuclear weapons possible. And it's the chariots of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai that goes over these nuclear missiles that they're so worried about that shuts them down when they want to, right? So when you think you're gonna fire a nuclear missile, you can't, or whatever weapon you got, right? It says, let me get into this. 10, Isaiah 47:10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Most High says, stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. So what he's saying here is that you won't prevail, you won't profit. Nothing you can do can stop the destruction that's coming. Yeah, we are being oppressed by our enemies here in Babylon the Great. Yeah, they're doing certain things to us, but it doesn't fulfill its purpose, basically. And you can't put off the destruction that's coming to you, right? Thus saith the Lord. It says, thou art wearied, right? These devils are extremely tired, in the multitude of thy counsels that they're having. What can we do now? How can we do this? We need to come. They're trying to figure something out and they just can't. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly procrastinators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. The Most High Son, eclipse. It X'd out Babylon the Great, and they took that and made an image of it, saying, I don't know what they was doing. They was parading it, promoting it. But the Most High is Xing out this place because he's about to destroy it. This is the target, Babylon the Great, right? It says, behold, they shall be stubble, right? So all these individuals that you're using to tell you what's what, looking at the skies and things and saying, oh yeah, the stars are aligned, this is the perfect time, the niggas lying to you, right? And they're going to be destroyed, right? It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored. So all these individuals that you've been with from day one, these individuals are going to turn their back and burn up. Right? It says, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored. Even thy merchants from thy youth, they shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee. Right? And eventually these individuals are going to turn it back because they're going to see is no help for you. The scriptures say we will have a healed Babylon, but there's no healing. All right? You can't be healed, bro. It ain't happening. All right? Let me get back to this thing over here. Ain't nothing you can do. China warns U.S. it will respond to latest Taiwan weapon sale. So China said it filed a diplomatic complaint, which is crazy, because when has Babylon the Great ever cared about a diplomatic complaint? China said it filed a diplomatic complaint with the U.S. and reserved the right to retaliate. Right? So, I mean, through your own laws and your crafty-ass council and your policies, China has filed a diplomatic complaint against you, right? And now they reserve the right to retaliate after the latest American weapons sale to Taiwan, escalating tensions in their dispute over the place, So basically, you already deep in hot water, over there in Israel, over there in Ukraine, and now you're trying to meddle in Taiwan, right? So you got all these proxies basically that's happening, all these different things going on where your hand, your foot, and your whole body is in the mix. And all these nations and some of your allies are upset about it, right? They're filing diplomatic reports against you and your top elites. Some of you niggas got court days, prepared, right? China will resolutely respond and take all necessary measures to formally safeguard national sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity, the foreign minister in Beijing said in a statement late Saturday. Right, following U.S. approval of about $2 billion of military sales to Taiwan. So at the same time, they're trying to use that as a strategic point in Taiwan. But ultimately, we'll see, if China go ahead and move in on that. There's a lot of people moving in on different territories, stirring up chaos here in these last days. It says China urges the U.S. to immediately stop arming Taiwan and immediately stop dangerous actions that undermine peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, the statement added. It says the comments came after the State Department said Taiwan's representative office in the U.S. had requested to buy surface-to-air missile system with medium-range air defense technology at an estimated cost of $1.16 billion. So hey, that's happening. So they building them right now. Let's see.
Part of the reason why has been Washington's continued spending on military technology. But some observers say that times are changing.
See, if citizens in other countries look at how much America spends in defense, it's an extraordinarily high number. But if you look at it from the...
Man, listen. They said, okay, so now they're saying that they spend so much in defense. They spend so much defense for other people. This is the unwalled villages. This is Babylon the Great, right? Their defense system is trash because they because of their pride, they thought no one would ever come against them. These niggas is they're spending defense for other people. Israel, Taiwan, Let's see what he said.
The U.S. perspective and the challenge the U.S. military has in all the obligations it has around the world, the U.S. is constrained.
Wars in Ukraine and in the Middle East, as well as soaring global demand for U.S. weapons, is making it difficult for the U.S. defense industry to keep up. With new threats in the Indo-Pacific emerging, the U.S. is looking for help.
There's a Navy yard in Philadelphia. Used to
Hey man, that's enough said. These individuals, U.S. Babylon the Great, is spending billions for other people's defense systems, because these are their vassal states and things like that. These individuals are going to turn it back on Babylon the Great and use all of that well-spent money on them, meanwhile, their borders is wide open and things like that. But anyway, back to the title. As for his enemies, he puffed at them, but not anymore, because their enemies are saying, listen, I'm going to do this if you do that. This is Psalms 10 and 1, a prayer for the overthrow of the wicked. You know, and yeah, that's exactly what we're waiting for. That's what we want, right? Because we're suffering here in Babylon the Great under our wicked ass oppressors, right? Psalms 10 and 1, it says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? And hey, we can clearly see the Lord working, right? We can clearly see the Lord working. You know, at one point he was, you know, just chilling, but not no more, right? The chariots are moving. People are trying to hand out pamphlets saying, you know, what can we do about these chariots? Donald Trump came and speak about it, you know, on interviews, diverting questions and answers. Yeah, the Most High Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is present, and these devils are afraid, trembling, right? And the men of the Lord are back, right? The Israelites have woken up. It says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor, and will it. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in devices they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. Yeah, that dude Noah Harari talking all crazy type of shit. I just listened to the elder apostle Ramlob saying that he said, we don't need to fear God because if the Most High take our rain away, we can make it rain. Yeah, and that's the same reason why Turkey not fucking with you now. Because the same way you can make it rain, the same way you can send shockwaves over there to their fault line and send an earthquake over there, right? That's why they in bed with bricks now. All right. It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Right? And you can keep doing that, but here in these last days, your enemies are puffing right back at you. Right? Every move you make, they're countering it, and that goes into your little brother Israel. You know, puffing at those enemies around, and they're just they going tit for tat over there. Right? So this is the end. That's why these things are happening, which we'll get works and signs. Let me get it real quick. And it ain't stopping, right? Ain't no more peace and safety. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we can clearly see that the enemies of Babylon the Great are puffing back at Babylon the Great, right? I just went over the fact because you know, think Donald Trump brought it up in his 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan. The Iraqs over there, you know, because Biden left so abruptly out of that place, they got all their equipment, you know, or some of it, and that's the equipment that they're going to be able to use against Babylon. That's probably the equipment that they're using right now in those military drills. Some of them. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which is happening at an increased rate, if you go to Esau Edom's so-called statistics of what's going on in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? It says, for like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Right? So the world had a beginning, right? All right, we're at the end. Right? It says, even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. That's why we're seeing your enemies puffing right back at you, Babylon the Great. Because we're at the end. The Most High is stirring up these individuals for war. Psalms 10 and 6, he said, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Bro, you're in adversity now. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. What you have bricks being formed, right? The dollar, the almighty powerful dollar is being compromised, right? it's been overtaken by, bricks, because people not caring about the dollar anymore, right? And all you individuals in Babylon the Great, you gonna feel it, right? We all gonna feel it. But the Most High Yahweh Bashar is gonna protect His elect, those of us seeking Him, right? Those of us doing the work, doing His will, right? Because this dollar is gonna be no more. You niggas gonna be hoping they roll in those CBDCs quick. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, right? That's Esau, Edom. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He's the fucking devil, all right? He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net, right? And that's why you got to walk in the spirit, because Esau, Edom, as a roaring lion going about seeking whom he may devour, right? And destroy. This man is, setting up traps and snares and different things, trying to draw out the carnality of you and trip you up. Hey, but the elect is going to remain in the spirit. Lord willing, we are of that number, right? It says, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones, right? So this nigga come, all subtle and, sneaky like and just smooth. The elect not falling for it though, right? He have said in his heart, Yahweh have forgotten. He hid his face, he will never see us. Hey, the Most High was letting those sins reach up to heaven so he can bring down total destruction upon this place. Complete desolate. Go over to Arabia and walk upon them sand oceans. That's what it's going to be. Full of owls and all the desert animals and shit, a zoo. It says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Shai, O power, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. The humble is the hopeful elect, right? The Israelites now in this time, the hopeful elect, that's hoping to be redeemed, going to Matthew 24, around 30, 31, Yahweh Shai coming back and sending his angels across the four corners of the earth to pick up his elect, right? Because those nuclear missiles will strike. It says, wherefore doeth the wicked condemn Yahweh? He have said in his heart, thou will not require it. So get this in the NLT. It says, why do the wicked get away with despising Yahweh? They think Yahweh will never call us to account. Hey, that account is being called now, right? That's why you're losing. You're losing out here, right? Psalms 10 and 14, it says, thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to require it, to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Right, so Yahweh Bashar is going to send that help, right? He's going to help his elect. It says, break thou the arm of the wicked, and the evil man seek out his wickedness till thou find none. So all your devices and everything that you have, even Job talked about it, right? And the fullness of your sufficiency shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon thee, right? So even your own people is going to be destroying you, right? They're going to be meat shields and all of that for the elect. Even these 2/3 out here, though hand in hand, though hand joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, right? So basically, hey, you gonna turn into two. You gonna turn into 2/3 too. They're gonna be body bags and meat shields too, right? They help you only to a certain point. Then the Most High gonna bring that judgment, which He's bringing now. The Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of His land. Yahweh Bashmi Shai, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. And yeah, this is a prayer, right? We're going to be praying this all the time, that Esau even be destroyed completely out of our sights, never seen ever again, right? That's what we pray daily, all the time. Joel 3 and 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Hey, that's over there in the land of Israel, in that area, the Levant region, Arabia, Iran, Iraq, all of that area, the deserts over there. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's where everything is happening right now. That's where all you will be gathered, and the Most High will judge you, right? Because you're going to be fighting against each other in World War III and then you're gonna be trying to fight against the Lord, and He's gonna completely wipe all y'all out. The rulers and the armies. Joel 3:2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. So everything you've done against the Israelites, you're gonna get recompense for it, right? The Most High is about to require it, soon. It says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." So y'all fighting over that land of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, wanting to, build a super city, a 15-minute city, or whatever city you're trying to build. It ain't your land to build nothing, bro. That's why Yahweh Bashmi is coming back. All right. It says, "And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink." So y'all sold us into slavery that y'all may have, drink your wine and things like that. So recompense double. It says, "Yeah, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head." There you go. It's coming. All right. You can see it. We all see it. Everyone sees it. Everyone's talking about World War III. "Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border." Right, so that was that crafty counsel over there in Psalms 83. You heathen and Esau Edom, y'all taking crafty counsel against us, and did all manner of things to us and tried to make us forget. The Most High said, "Behold, I will rise them out of the place whether you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah." Right, that's us, the Hebrew Israelites that are now awakened. Right, that know who we are. It says, "And they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it." We're gonna be selling you. We're gonna be trading you individuals amongst each other in the kingdom. Right? You're gonna be servants and handmaids, and if you don't believe me, let's see what the Lord has to say. Isaiah 14:1, it says, "For the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, will have mercy on Jacob." Jacob is the Israelites. "And will yet choose Israel." Israel is the Israelites. "And set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Right? And this is, our individuals that 2/3 don't know who they is, individuals like that. Eventually they'll be in the land, through rebirth, as in sex among the elect, come back into those lands, into the, Holy Land. New heaven, new earth. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, for servants and handmaids." So that's what you heathens, you Esau Edoms, that's what y'all got to look forward to. Servants and handmaids, right? Because this is recompense for what you did to us. We were servants and we were handmaids, right? And this is righteous judgment, right? It says, "And they shall take them captives," who captives they were. We were your captives, and now we're going to take you captives. "And they shall rule over their oppressors." Are you oppressing us? Are you oppressing the Israelites? Are you poisoning the foods and the waters and the day-to-day lives? Then yeah, you're the oppressors. All right. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." So China not playing. China said they're going to respond to you trying to, mess with Taiwan. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong." All right, so ain't no more just, what they be making rice, maybe rice farms. They ain't no more of that. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears." Right, so they've been weak for a long time, just chilling. But now, as we reach closer towards the end, and you keep puffing at individuals, think you're going to keep just gaining and gaining. It's like the scripture saying, Habakkuk, you're never satisfied, right? And you just trying to heap onto yourself all nations and gather everything. Hey, they're not with it no more, right? It says, "Assemble," in Joel 3:11. It says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Shai. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Said, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great." Right? So what you talking about, oh, the Lord, he don't see all this extra stuff. Hey, the wickedness is great. I had to get to a point where it was so great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashmi is near in the valley of decision. It's very near, right? Each day we get closer. Every day. Tomorrow is going to be a new day. We're going to be that much closer, right? It says the sun and the moon shall be darkened and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Why is that? Nuclear war, destruction, smoke in the air. The Lord Yahweh Bashmi also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord Yahweh Bashmi will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel, right? So the elect will be protected in those days regardless, right? It says no weapon formed against us shall prosper, right? So no weapon you try to do against us in those days will work. Even now, right? It says, so shall you know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashmi. And every time you try to use a weapon against us, and it ain't working, then you clearly know, right, that the Most High Yahweh Bashmi is present and protecting. That's what it is, right? When you try to do these different things and use your different devices and it just ain't working, you're like, damn, it ain't working. So shall you know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashmi, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore. There you go. And the next title says Judah will be blessed, and thus saith the Lord, because we will. So Lord willing, you heathen is trembling a little bit more. You elect of Israel, were edified with that. I'll say shalom to the hopeful elect, the Israelites, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.